Add this to coffee to stop the jitters. After 60. Does your morning coffee leave you feeling jittery with shaky hands or a racing heart? Instead of giving up your beloved cup of joe, what if I told you there's a simple 10-second adjustment that could change everything? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to combine one natural ingredient with your coffee to get calm focus and steady energy, especially if you're over 60. Here's why this matters more as we age. After 60, our bodies become more sensitive to caffeine. What used to give us a gentle morning boost now causes heart palpitations, anxiety, and that dreaded afternoon crash that leaves us feeling worse than before we had our coffee. This affects real-life situations. Whether you are trying to focus during an important conversation with your doctor, drive safely to visit your grandchildren, or simply enjoy a peaceful morning without feeling like your heart is going to jump out of your chest. But here is what most people do not know. There is a natural amino acid that, when combined with caffeine, creates what researchers call calm alertness. It eliminates the jitters without taking away the mental clarity you love about coffee. And the best part? You can add it to your morning routine in literally 10 seconds. As a health researcher who has spent over 15 years studying nutrition for adults over 60, I have seen this simple combination transform people's relationship with their morning coffee. This is not some complicated supplement protocol. It is one ingredient that has helped hundreds of people in my community go from avoiding coffee due to side effects to actually enjoying a calm, focused start to their day. But before we dive in, tell me in the comments what city and country you are watching from. Plus, I've put together a complete senior's guide to supplements and health boosters that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment. Now, I'm going to share 3 key things with you today. First, exactly what this natural ingredient is and why it works so well with coffee. Second, the precise way to use it, including the mistakes most people make that prevent it from working. And third, a simple 7-day challenge that will help you dial in the perfect combination for your body. The second point is something most people get completely wrong, but when you fix it, the difference is like night and day. The ingredient I am talking about is called L-theanine. Now, do not let the scientific name scare you. L-theanine is simply an amino acid that comes naturally from tea leaves, specifically from the Camellia sinensis plant. If you have ever noticed that green tea gives you alertness without the jitters that coffee sometimes causes, you have experienced L-theanine in action. What L-theanine does is remarkable. It helps your brain produce what are called alpha brainwaves. These are the same brainwaves you experience when you are in a state of calm focus, like when you are deeply absorbed in a good book or having a meaningful conversation. L-theanine creates what researchers describe as relaxed alertness. You are awake, you are focused, but you are not anxious or jittery. Here is a mini story that might sound familiar. Anja, a 67-year-old retired teacher from my community, used to love her morning coffee ritual. But over the past few years, that same cup that used to energize her started making her hands shake so much she could barely hold her coffee mug steady. She was considering giving up coffee entirely until she tried adding L-theanine. Within just 3 days, she told me she felt like she had her old relationship with coffee back, but even better, clear-headed energy without the side effects. Think of caffeine as the accelerator pedal in your car. It wakes up your nervous system, increases alertness, and gets you ready for action. But sometimes, especially as we age, that accelerator gets a little too sensitive. Instead of a smooth acceleration, you get that jerky, jittery feeling. L-theanine acts like the steering wheel in the smooth transmission. It does not stop the acceleration, but it makes it controlled and steady. While caffeine is binding to receptors in your brain that promote wakefulness, L-theanine is working on different pathways that promote calm focus. The beautiful thing about this combination is that they actually enhance each other's benefits while minimizing each other's drawbacks. Caffeine gives you energy and alertness, while L-theanine smooths out the rough edges and prevents the crash. The result is sustained attention, clearer thinking, and hands that stay steady. Research has shown that people who take L-theanine with their caffeine perform better on attention tasks, have improved verbal fluency, and report feeling more relaxed while staying alert. For someone over 60, this can mean the difference between feeling scattered and anxious after coffee versus feeling calm and capable. Now, let us get into the specifics of how to use this combination. For most people over 60, I recommend starting with 100 milligrams of L-theanine with your first cup of coffee. If you are particularly sensitive to caffeine, you might want to start with just 50 milligrams and work your way up. Here's the timing that works best. Take the L-theanine either at the same time as your coffee or up to 15 minutes before. You can find L-theanine in capsule form or as a powder. The powder is virtually tasteless and dissolves easily in hot liquids, so you can add it directly to your coffee. If you typically have 2 cups of coffee in the morning, take 100 milligrams with the first cup, and if needed, another 100 milligrams with the second cup. However, I do not recommend going over 200 milligrams per day when you are first testing this combination. You should start feeling the effects within 20 to 40 minutes. The jittery feeling will begin to fade, but your alertness and focus should remain strong or even improve. Let me give you my simple recipe that you can try tomorrow morning. Start with your regular cup of coffee, brewed exactly the way you like it. If you enjoy adding a pinch of cinnamon, go ahead and do that. Then, either mix in 100 milligrams of L-theanine powder or take a 100 milligram capsule with your first sip. If you are already adding collagen powder or cocoa to your coffee, L-theanine works perfectly with those ingredients as well. There are no negative interactions to worry about. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You are not changing your coffee routine dramatically. You are just adding one natural ingredient that makes your existing habit work better for your body. This combination is particularly beneficial if you are someone who feels anxious or gets trembling hands after just 1 cup of coffee. It is also perfect if you need sustained focus for activities like reading, driving, or having important conversations. But you have found that coffee makes you feel too scattered or anxious. Here are the signs that the L-theanine is working for you. Within the first 3 to 7 days, you should notice less heart palpitations after drinking coffee. Your hands should feel steadier. You might find that your attention stays focused for longer periods without that scattered feeling. And importantly, you should experience less of that mid-morning energy crash that often comes after the initial caffeine high wears off. Elodie, a 72-year-old grandmother I know, told me that after adding L-theanine to her morning coffee routine, she was able to help her grandson with his homework without feeling distracted or anxious. She said her mind felt clearer and more patient, which made those precious moments with her family even better. L-theanine is generally very well tolerated, but there are a few important things to keep in mind. It can have a mild blood pressure lowering effect, so if you are taking medications for high blood pressure, sedatives, or anti-anxiety medications, or if you have naturally low blood pressure or glaucoma, please talk with your doctor before trying this combination. Also, avoid testing L-theanine with other calming supplements when you first start. You want to understand how your body responds to this specific combination before adding other variables. The goal here is to enhance your coffee experience safely, not to experiment with multiple new substances at once. Here are the most common mistakes I see people make when trying this combination and how you can avoid them. First, do not increase your caffeine intake just because you are adding L-theanine. Some people think that L-theanine will counteract any amount of caffeine, so they start drinking more coffee. Keep your coffee consumption at its normal level and let the L-theanine do its job of smoothing out the experience. Second, avoid taking L-theanine late in the afternoon if you are sensitive to changes in your energy levels. While it is not a sedative, it can promote relaxation, and some people find this interferes with evening activities if taken too late in the day. Third, make sure you're buying the right kind of L-theanine. Look for L-theanine specifically, not D-theanine or confusing blends. The label should show at least 98% purity. Sun-theanine is a well-known brand standard that many people trust. Finally, be consistent for at least 7 days before deciding if this combination works for you. Some people feel the difference immediately, but for others, the benefits build up over several days of consistent use. Here is a simple challenge I want you to try. For the next 7 days, add 100 milligrams of L-theanine to your regular morning coffee. Keep a simple notebook and rate your level of calmness and focus each day on a scale of 1 to 10. Days 1 and 2, pay attention to how you feel compared to your usual coffee experience. Are your hands steadier? Do you feel less anxious? Days 3 through 5, you might need to make small adjustments. If you're still feeling jittery, you can increase to 150 or even 200 milligrams. If you feel too relaxed or sleepy, reduce back to 50 milligrams. Days 6 and 7, maintain whatever dose worked best for you and add a 5 to 10 minute walk after your coffee. This helps your body use that smooth energy effectively and can enhance the benefits even more. Can you use L-theanine with decaffeinated coffee? Absolutely. L-theanine still provides the calm, focus benefits even without caffeine. So if you have switched to decaf but missed the mental clarity that caffeine used to provide, L-theanine can help with that. Is it safe to combine with other supplements like collagen or cocoa? Yes, L-theanine works well with other common coffee additions. Can L-theanine become habit-forming? There is no evidence that L-theanine causes dependence or withdrawal symptoms. It is generally well tolerated for long-term use. Let me share one more quick story. Matteo, a 69-year-old retired engineer, came to me because he was considering giving up his morning coffee entirely. He said it had become more of a source of anxiety than enjoyment. His hands would shake during his morning crossword puzzle, and he would feel agitated during phone calls with his children. After just 1 week of adding L-theanine to his coffee routine, Matteo told me he felt like he had found the perfect balance. His morning crossword became enjoyable again, and he could have calm, focused conversations with his family. He said it felt like getting the best parts of coffee back without any of the downsides. Here is what I want you to remember. You do not have to give up your morning coffee because of jitters or anxiety. Sometimes the answer is not elimination, but enhancement. L-theanine can help you achieve calm focus, steady hands, and stable energy that lasts throughout your morning. Try the 7-day challenge I outlined, and then come back and let me know how it worked for you. In the comments, rate how much your jitters improved on a scale of 1 to 10. Did you notice steadier hands, better focus? I read every comment, and I will respond to the first ones that come in. Also, write your city and country in the comments. I love connecting with viewers from around the world, and it helps me understand what topics would be most helpful for future videos. Until then, here is to better mornings and the perfect cup of coffee that works with your body, not against it. Remember, if you want, I will make available our complete guide for seniors on supplements and health products that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment with a limited time offer.